Dear loving students, before I begin the class, may I revise the first part of Chapter 6, India Wins Freedom. The International Congress achieved limited success during its early years. The leaders of the Congress at this time were known as moderates. I have explained to you about two groups that originated within the Congress, that is, moderates and radicals. What do you know about radicals? Radicals are the people who believed in pleading with the British government to bring about reforms, whereas radicals were the people, those who were in favor of strikes and boycotts. Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal were the popular radical leaders. And also we have seen the partition of Bengal. In 1905, British decided to partition Bengal in order to divide Hindus and Muslims. Thereafter we came across Swadeshi and boycott. Swadeshi means of one's own country. The movement aimed to popularize the use of goods made in India. People were asked to boycott all foreign goods. They made huge bonfires of foreign made goods. Then we saw about the revolutionaries. Some young people in Bengal, Punjab and Maharashtra felt that the moderates and the radicals had not achieved enough. These revolutionists believed that the British could be driven out of India only through force. They were willing to sacrifice their lives for the country. So revolutionaries fought against the British so that they may go away from our country. For that, some leaders fought against the British, thereby they may go away from our country. During this time, Gandhi came to India in 1915. Gandhi returned to India from South Africa. In South Africa, he had fought against racist policies of the white rulers. His method of fighting, known as Satyagraha, were based on two principles: truth and non-violence. Now, we have already seen about the Jallianwala massacre. On 13 April 1919, a public meeting was held at Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar. General Dyer came here and ordered his people to fire at the crowd. This incident was much painful for the people of our country. Hundreds of people were killed and thousands were injured. This is what we have studied in the first part of the lesson. Now, let us begin the lesson starting with the movement, non-cooperation movement. In 1920, Gandhi launched non-cooperation movement. He asked people to disobey law peacefully. But in Chauri Chaura, in Uttar Pradesh, some people set fire to a police station and 22 policemen died. Gandhi was against violence and he withdrew the movement immediately. Now let's come to the next point, Simon Commission. The law and order situation in the country was getting out of control. The government decided to make some changes and appointed the Simon Commissions. It came to India in 1928. As there was no Indian members in it, the Congress decided to boycott it. British people were the members who were in the Simon Commissions. So whatever decisions were taken in the commissions, the people of our country could not accept the various rules that were put forward in the commissions. A new group of revolutionaries became active at this time. Rajguru, Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, Chandrasekhar Azad and Batukeshwar thus challenged the government. Now, I will explain part 2, chapter 6, India Wins Freedom. Non-cooperation movement. In 1920, Gandhi launched non-cooperation movement. He started so that we can follow certain rules and regulations of our own, and we can non-cooperate the various movements. Thereby we can show our irritation and also unhappiness towards the British. So he asked people to disobey laws peacefully. But in Chauri Chaura in Uttar Pradesh, some people set fire to a police station and 22 policemen died. As we know, Gandhi was against violence and he withdrew the movement immediately. For this, leaders such as Rajendra Prasad, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Sarojini Naidu, Sri Rajgopalachari, Maulana Azad, Chittaranjan Das, Motilal Nehru and Jawaharlal Nehru participated actively in the non-cooperation movement. Now let's come to the next point, Simon Commission. The law and order situation in the country was getting out of control. The government decided to make some changes and appointed the Simon Commission. It came to India in 1928. As there was no Indian members in it, the Congress decided to boycott it. British people made their own members to make certain laws and regulations to impose on the people of our country. A new group of revolutionaries became active in this time. Rajguru, Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, Chandrasekhar Azad, Batukeshwar Dutt challenged the government. Now let's come to the next point, civil disobedience movement. In December 1928, the Congress demanded Purna Swaraj from the government. The civil disobedience movement began in early 1930. Under the leadership of Gandhi, the movement began with the Dandi March. These various movements were very essential to get away from the British rule. Indians were not allowed to make salt. Gandhi and his followers walked from Sabarmati ashram to Dandi near Surat along the coast of Gujarat. This salt law, the movement soon spread to other parts of the country. That means in different parts of the country, Indian people started to break the law by which British may realize and they may go away from our country. Now let's come to the next point, Quit India movement. In August 1942, Gandhi started Quit India movement. The British government was asked to quit India. Gandhi asked people to do or die. In their attempt to throw the British out of the country, there were national-wide protests. Many leaders were jailed because of the protest that was made in different parts of the country. Now comes the next point, Indian National Army. Subhash Chandra Bose was the leader of the Indian National Army, INA, also known as Azad Hind Fauj. He fought against the British. He gave us the slogan Jai Hind. He was also one of the patriots who started INA in order to fight against the British government. Now India becomes free. After the Second World War ended in 1945, the British government agreed to leave India. However, it was decided to divide the country into two, India and Pakistan. On 15 August 1947, India became a free country after division of India and Pakistan. Independent India. Jawaharlal Nehru was elected the first Prime Minister of India. Dr. Rajendra Prasad became the first president. With this began a new phase in the history of India. So, we study in this lesson various movements that has helped Indian people to get free from British rule. Now, you may please read this chapter 5 times and try to understand the lesson. Thereby, you will be able to learn the question answer well. I will send you the question and answers and also all other exercises through WhatsApp. Thank you.